So, last Thursday was my sister's birthday and, being the self-proclaimed fun uncle of the family, I decided to bake her a cake. Now, I'm not exactly the next Great British Bake Off champion, but I figured, how hard could it be? My only real stipulation was no store-bought mix, because apparently, I have to prove myself to a woman who once thought a spatula was a medieval weapon. Anyway, I dug through our pantry and found a bag of flour labeled self-raising. Perfect, I thought, saves me a step and makes me sound like I know what I'm doing. I followed the recipe, threw in the eggs, sugar, cocoa powder, and then dumped in what I now realize was a generous helping of self-raising flour. The batter looked a little lively, but I chalked it up to my natural talent. Popped it in the oven, set the timer, and went to play Mario Kart with my nephews. About 20 minutes later, we heard a low rumbling from the kitchen. Not the something's burning kind, more like a distant thunderstorm or my dad after Taco Tuesday. My sister peeked in, screamed, and next thing I know, there's batter oozing out of the oven like it's trying to escape a bad date. By the time we got the oven open, it was too late. The cake had expanded, mutated, and claimed the cookie sheet, half the oven rack, and, thanks to some impressive structural engineering, part of the kitchen floor. We tried to contain the mess, but every time we cut a piece off, it puffed up even more, like it was offended we didn't appreciate its efforts. My nephew suggested we name it, because if it's going to live here, it should at least have a name. So we christened it Doughbert, and by the end of the night, Doughbert had his own spot at the dinner table and a suspiciously close relationship with the family Roomba. So, moral of the story, if anyone's looking to expand their household, skip the pet store and just use a little too much self-raising flour. Trust me, you'll end up with a loaf more than you bargained for.